Okay, this is a demonstration for preparation in ZebraCut, demonstrating the capability that we have within ZebraCut to prepare your files for cutting. So I have here a DXF file that I've imported, and you can see the parts here, and there is some text and there are some pen marking lines. However, there are a few issues with this file. We can't cut this immediately. You can see, for example, the text is overlapping the boundaries of the shape. You might spot that all of these are DXF block instances, so they're not curves, they're not geometry, so we can't cut those. And you can see everything is on the same layer, it's all on layer 0. So this file is not ready for cutting. However, ZebraCut has a preparation system, and this is a whole series of different tools and steps that we have which help you to clean up your geometry. For example, removing duplicates, flattening geometry, fitting curves, and so forth. What you would do is you can either use them individually, you can use them up here, you've got all of the different steps in here that you can run interactively, or we can prepare them into a list of steps that need to be run, and then we can run them as one single preparation pipeline, one preparation list. So I've prepared this little pipeline. It took me maybe 10 to 15 minutes just to figure out what steps were required. And then once that's done, I can always prepare these files instantaneously. So if I just work through them, we'll run the steps one by one, and I'll just talk you through what's happening. So the first problem is that these are block instances in DXF. That means we can't edit them, we can't change them, we can't separate them into multiple layers. So we'll first of all explode the blocks. Let's delete 25 block definitions. Next, you'll see all the geometry is grouped, so we need to ungroup it. So we'll run an ungroup, 25 blocks ungrouped. Next thing we need to do is put things into the right layers, because we've only got one layer at the moment. So we're going to use layer by color, and that will create two new layers, spot lime and spot red. Apparently that is lime green. And there you can see our lime is our text and our pen marking, and red should be our knife cutting. So we can then do a bit of layer renaming later on. The next thing to spot is this file is very, very small. I think actually the file is in inches, and we are working in millimeters, so we just scale it by 25.4, which we can do, and then our parts become the correct sizes. Next thing you'll need to spot is that this geometry is not joined. There's all individual lines, and we don't have closed contours. So let's do our joining of geometry. And we've now got nice closed curves that we can work with. Not all of them, I think, joined. I think one of them didn't join. So we'll just do a little bit of closed curves, and that will just reduce the number, make sure everything is closed as well. It's just going to tighten up. If they don't quite meet around the edges, so we'll just close them up together. Now to deal with this text, so what I'm going to do is use a function called labels in ZebraCut. I'm going to convert all of our text into labels, and you'll see these are now text dots in Rhino from being text. They're much more readable, much more easy to work with, but we also have this functionality here that we can then place them. We can take labels and make them into text, and when it does that, it will place the text appropriately within the parts. So for example, it will try and avoid putting your text over the edge of the shape, and it will make sure it fits, and it won't put it over any pen marks, and we can run that now. So there we go, it's done that, and it's placed all of the text nicely within the shapes. So they're all nicely clear of any other geometry, of any notches or any other text or pen marks. So that's all ready to go. And it's still text, we can still run with that. Finally then, we want to be able to just group this geometry, so group internals, so that we can treat these as individual parts and move them around if we needed to. We might want to adjust the nesting manually, for example. And then finally we'll do a little bit of layer renaming, so we'll make the lime green one the pen layer, we'll rename the red to be the cut layer, I'll change the selected layer to be cut, and then I will clear the empty layers, which just takes off that layer 0 we're not using. And now that should be ready to cut. Now I'll just go back and show you that running in sports car mode, and I'll just open that DXF again. So there's your DXF open, and I'll just load up the correct pipeline for this one, which is here. And then again, if you're an operator, if you're going to cut these files, you don't need to worry about all of these steps. They can be pre-prepared by the CAD team, and indeed we can help you set these pipelines up. But if you're the operator, you just come in and you say run all steps, and your geometry is pre-prepared automatically. That's all done, all those steps have happened, everything is ready for cutting. You can then make sure you've got tools aligned, so we might want to, for example, laser cut, and we might want to inkjet the pen marking and the labels. And we can then go ahead and do a preview, and that's all ready then to send down to your machine. So a bit of a demo for both groups there. You've got the ability to deal with all of the different variation in your files using ZebraCut, but also that can be automated and can happen instantaneously for you to actually be productive.